Level Up with your host Adam Brooks. Adam Brooks, let's go.
What's going on, guys? I hope you're all good. Welcome to episode 7 of the Level Up podcast here on Apple Music, Spotify, Spreaker, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening. Welcome. We just finished a 3-part series last week on how to find your purpose, and we were talking about the different questions you need to ask yourself on how to find out what it is you're here to do and your personal purpose and your personal mission, and just discussing how we get to apply those things to our life. And so in a few weeks' time, I'll go back to that and talk about how we take those questions and your answers and turn that into your own personal mission. What are you going to do now that you know why you're here? But today, it's going to be a really quick one. I want to talk about 2 things and then I'll let you go. So, the first thing I want to talk about today is the power of the words that we speak to ourselves. And the reason I want to do that is because I had a personal experience myself maybe about a year and a half ago now, where I was starting on this journey of becoming a bit more of an influencer on social media and stuff. And I knew I had a message and I knew I wanted to share things with people, but I was kind of concerned about what people would think of me and how they would perceive me if I thought I was some big shot now that I'm on Instagram and I'm doing a Facebook page and that kind of thing. And so I actually made a Facebook page, and not just like a friend page, an actual public profile is it called, and I made that, and then I deleted it because I was like, oh god, people are going to think I'm something special and all this kind of stuff, and I deleted it straight away. And I was sitting there thinking, well, hold on a minute, Adam, nobody has actually said anything to you, nobody has made you feel like that, so why do you think like that? What is the reason why you think that you can't do this because people are going to judge you? And I realised that those voices that were telling me all these different things came to me from inside my own head. I was actually sitting there telling myself, oh, people are going to say this, people are going to think that. Nobody else said it to me. And so what I really want to share with you this morning is that you actually have the power to decide how you think. Now, people are going to have opinions about you. People are going to think things. People are going to say things. No doubt about it. At some point, everyone has an opinion about somebody else. But you have to make a decision on what voice and what opinion is most important. Now, if you know why you're doing what you're doing, does it actually matter what other people think? I know that we kind of live in a society where everything is observed. Everyone is watching what you're doing, it feels like, and you can't do something without being caught out, basically. Everyone's scared about becoming a meme, and it's just one of those things where we're kind of very concerned about public persona and what people think of us. But what I've realised over the last few months and years has been that really, if I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm delivering on my purpose and my potential, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it doesn't really matter what people think. So I want to encourage you, firstly, to watch what you say to yourself, because most of the time, the biggest hater you have in your life is you. You will talk yourself out of more opportunities and more things than anybody else. You will talk yourself down more than anybody else. So I want to encourage you to pursue positive thinking. When I say positive thinking, I don't mean oh, I'm great and then doing nothing about it. I'm talking about think about yourself and talk to yourself like it's somebody that you love. Talk to yourself like you're talking to your little brother or to your mom. Talk to yourself like it's somebody who you care about, like the person's feelings will be affected by what you say. Imagine if you had a conversation with yourself based on those criteria. So imagine if you said to yourself, Adam, you can do this. You have the power and the potential to do this. Rather than, boy, this looks tough, man. I don't think you can do it, Because what I'll tell you is this. Your brain is trained to keep you inside the comfort zone. Your brain's primary function is to keep you safe from danger and potential harm. So it will do everything it can to make sure you do not go anywhere that's a risky area, that's outside the comfort zone, that will potentially put you at risk of feeling hurt or failure or disappointment. It will do that, and it's not the brain's fault. That's what it's trained to do from the day you're born. It's built into you. In fact, there was some study, I can't remember the guy's name now, but I don't know if you guys remember a couple of years ago on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere, you've seen these videos of these cats with cucumbers, and when they see the cucumber, they're jumping out of their skin. I don't know if you saw those videos, but I did some research just to find out what it really was about. And they said it's built into the cat's DNA to fear snakes. And because it resembles a snake, they don't know it's a snake, they don't think it's a snake, it just resembles a snake, and they have no option other than to respond in the way they do, jumping up in the air and running away. And how many of us have got parts of our brain that have trained us now to run at the first sign of something that's a bit scary or a bit fearful or a bit risky? How many of us have got that built into us now because of experiences and we try and keep ourselves safe. So the reason I'm sharing this with you today is because I want you to understand that you still get the power to decide. You don't have to run away. If you face and confront your fears, I'm telling you, you'll find it a lot better. You'll feel better about yourself. And even if you don't make it, even if the thing doesn't work out the way you expect it to, you'll find that you learn from it. And that really takes me on to my second point, that we have to make sure that in everything we go through, every experience, every challenge, every failure, every bad thing that happens, every broken relationship, every lost job, that we learn from the experience. I can't stress how much it's important to understand that you'll learn so much more from a failure than from a win. When you win, it's really easy, it's happy, it's joyful, everyone's cool. But when you lose, you get the chance to self-evaluate and look back at where you went wrong. And if you're doing something that you want to do and it doesn't work, when it doesn't work, that's not a sign for you to stop, not always anyway. It could be a sign for you to adjust and change and readdress how you're doing it and self-evaluate and look and think, what can I do better next time? How can I approach this challenge better another time? What we've been taught by society and by this world we live in today is that if it doesn't work, then run away from it, or it doesn't work, or it doesn't seem easy, then don't do it. The amount of times I'm at school and I hear my kids say, boy, so that's long, man, I can't do it, man, that's long. I'm like, yeah, it's long, it's a challenge, but you've got time. So learn it, do it, try it. When you make a mistake, when you fail, there's so many lessons in that failure, there's so many things you can take away. And I just don't understand why we're so hesitant about taking challenges and losing and failing, because I find in my life I've learned so much more from my failures than from my wins. In everything I've faced, all the challenges I've dealt with, I can't tell you how much better I am as a person because of the challenges. The fact that I've lost things and the fact that I've had problems in different areas of my life, they've all taught me different things that have allowed me to become the man I am today, which I think is better than I was before. So I look back now and I think, well, would I really want to go back in time and undo those things? Would I really want to go back in time and not do that thing and not have that mistake happen, not have that failure? Because I wouldn't be who I am today without it. So really, my 2 words for you today are, first and foremost, talk to yourself like you love yourself. Make sure the words you say to yourself are not just positive, but affirm yourself, remind yourself of who you are, remind yourself of what it is you're capable of. And even when you're feeling down, you be your biggest fan. I'm not talking about being cocky or arrogant. I'm talking about being confident in your ability. I'm talking about making sure that you remember that even if nobody else claps for you, clap for yourself. And the final thing really is just to remember that when you go through a challenge, when you face a mistake or a failure, or you face something that looks negative, look inside, look deep inside for the lesson, because a lesson in there can sometimes be more valuable than a win. So that's it, guys. I know it's been a short one today. We've been doing long ones with the How to Find Your Purpose podcast, and we're going back to that soon, but I just wanted to encourage you today to remember that you only need you to believe in you to make things happen. You only need you to know why you're doing what you're doing to make it worthwhile. So guys, talk to yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself, look in the mirror and remind yourself of who you are, and talk to that person in the mirror and make sure they know that you love them. So that's it for me today, guys. I'm gone. It's Friday. I'm going to go. I've got a school session this afternoon, so I'm off to go and do that. Have a great weekend wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and love yourself, love your families, and always remember there's always something you can do to level up your life. Peace.
Time to level up with your host Adam Brooks. Adam Brooks. Let's go.